Hello, I'm currently sat on a rock and there are some used pants there, panties. So I'm guessing that somebody's been fucked over this rock, which is lovely, a lovely image to have. So yeah, I don't really know where I'm going with that, but that's a lovely observation, potential. I guess I want to talk about, well, first of all, isn't that artistic, just a swinging surgical mask? Almost looks possessed, doesn't it? Very animated it looks. First of all, yeah, I want to talk about what propelled, what the genesis of this thought, what originated this thought. I can't find the word. Anyway, like, I can't remember when I first read that, but I read in the book, like, he looked up as if the word would come out of thin air or something. You know, people, I do that a lot when I'm looking up, as if I can find the word just in the sky somewhere. Anyway, already gotten off track, haven't even got on track yet. I was reading a quick review by a guy called Glenn Russell, I think, on Bertrand Russell's, like, on happiness or something, how to be happy or some shit. And he was saying about how Russell says that he was suicidal in his teens, the allure of mathematics saved him, and then each year he's been growing happier and happier. He's been finding a greater love for life each year. Obviously he's dead, not obviously, but yeah, he's dead now. And he was saying, the quote in the review was about how he stopped being so focused on himself and his own problems and started being and following his curiosity for the world. Pardon the fly, you couldn't see it, I could, it was distracting. And it when I read that, I just kind of went back, I closed my laptop and I came for this walk. Because it made me go, oh, guilty. And I'm going to use the word egocentrism. I looked up, like, because my conception of the word egocentrism was that it's just about you. It's not bad or good, or it doesn't inflate your own you know, you're not inflating your own ego. It's just that it's about you. I looked more into it, and it's that, but it's also that you think the world kind of revolves around you, and that other people aren't as important. You don't necessarily inflate your own ego or believe that you're always right, but you believe that everything revolves around you. And I'm not that, but the slightly less intense definition, the way I'm using it, fuck off mosquito, is a definition in which this channel is entirely egocentric, in the sense that it centers around me and my problems and yada yada yada. And yeah, it made me just realize that for so long I've just been so caught up in my own problems and my own insecurities, and this was almost somewhat revelatory. It isn't, because I mean it was 20 minutes ago and it's not like it's changed my life or anything, and I don't know how much it will affect me, potentially negligibly. But yeah, it made me realise, oh wow, yes, this whole channel, what was that? Was that a bat? No, it wasn't. Fucking Australia, man. It was just a bird. So not really fucking Australia, but yeah. Maybe the thought of it being a bat is because I'm in Australia. Anyway. And yeah, I've realised that for so long I've been guilty of just being caught up in my own head. Recently, as I said yesterday, like, I get stressed out so much by my own stress and anxiety, or should I say, my energy gets sapped so much by my stress and anxiety, and all of that stress and anxiety pertains to my self-expectation and things I feel I should be doing and shouldn't be doing, and feelings of guilt because I'm doing stuff that I don't think I want to be doing, and all of this neurosis, all of this neurotic stuff, jumbling around my mind day in, day out, morning, afternoon, evening, yada yada yada. So I don't know what else I want to say. I have no solution other than follow my curiosity, I guess. how does that manifest? I don't really know. I'm not using Goodreads, and I seem to be reading more, and I seem to be enjoying it a bit more. I'm nearly finished with Inherent Vice, which has been good, but now it's like there are, to me, quite a few characters, and I'm like losing who's that person. They were mentioned right at the beginning of the book for like 2 sentences, and now they're back, and I'm like, who the fuck are they? So it's still a bit confusing, but so far it has been an enjoyable read, and I would eventually like to reread it to get more of a grip, get a firmer grasp on what's gone on and going on. And I do want to watch the film after I've finished reading, because it's got Joaquin Phoenix in, and PTA, Paul Thomas Anderson, directed it, and he directed The Master, which I enjoyed, also with Joaquin Phoenix, and maybe another film I've watched by him, which I believe I enjoyed, maybe not, but he's relatively renowned as a director. So yeah, that's it, just the egocentrism of this channel, and I found it funny, because I guess I was thinking earlier, like, if I look back at myself in 10 years, I wonder what trends I would see myself, and I was thinking about that today, like, because I've done that before. That's why I journal, and I look back 3-4 years ago, and I'm like, whoa, I've changed, you know, I've developed in one way or another, or many ways. And if I look back on this stuff now, you know, there'd be general themes like girls and weight and stuff, but then more abstractedly, I don't know what the word is, I think, you know, going a bit more meta, going up a level, I'd see that, oh wow, yes, the trend is that all of this shit pertains to myself, it's all to do with me. And yes, every channel is to do with the person, because it's their interests and whatever, but this is me, you know, this is like introspective me. It's not like my interests, and it's not about, oh yeah, let's talk about Africa, because yeah, that'd be egocentric to some extent, because it's my interest in Africa, but it wouldn't be about me. The subject matter would not be me, but here the subject matter is always me. Basically, try to find a video where I'm not talking about myself, which was kind of the intention of this channel, because well, fuck knows, if you go back to my first videos, like baby monkey doing backflips, and fucking Elliot trying to get out of a bathtub, and Jacob touching up a young girl. If you look at that stuff, you'd see there's no intention for this channel, but now there kind of is, and I guess since I've been doing these vlogs, there has been a purely egocentric element, which I'm okay with, because the idea of this was to vent, clear my mind, help me allay some anxiety, so it's not a bad thing. And looking back, I can go, oh wow, the trend is that it's all about myself, but that's kind of what it was intended to be. Nevertheless, that in itself shows how consumed I am by myself and my own issues and everything. So I don't know, it's not that I shouldn't focus on myself as much, but maybe I should try to listen to where my curiosity takes me more, or moreover, give my curiosity a chance to breathe, because so much do I seem to be drowning it by my own egocentrism, I don't know. I like the sound of egocentricity, it sounds more pretentious, and it's also the word I used hitherto. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm now I just look down there, and they're the used panties. That's disconcerting. Also, it's probably making me feel some sense of insecurity, because I'm like, oh, some bird got laid out here, and I ain't got laid in ages, and that bullshit. But that's irrelevant and whatever. But yeah, I think this is a quite important video. It's been interesting. Anything else? I don't know. Started meditating for longer over the last 2 days. Today I felt better. I overate a bit tonight. I was going to the fridge and just getting small chunks of fucking strong cheddar cheese and just eating them, because it was there and I was feeling anxious, so I threw half a block of cheese away. If I gave it to Nico, then I'd feel shame for not having control over myself, and also I'd be tempted to steal it because it's mine, but I'm giving it to him, so I paid for it, so I would probably be able to rationalise my eating it even though I gave it to him. So I just thought, save the hassle and just throw it away. Anything else? I've been reading more philosophy today. I've done about two and a half hours of reading Inherent Vice and about 45 minutes of reading History of Western Philosophy. I'm on Kant and I haven't finished the chapter yet. I'm slowly going through it. I was trying to understand Kant's refutation of the ontological argument for the existence of God. Kant's refutation of the ontological argument of the existence of God. That makes me sound like a smart cunt, but I don't understand it, so I'm not. I'm just reading about it. I guess I was thinking about that today, like actually talking about what I'm learning, because I realised, I don't know, I was watching a YouTube channel, so I'm going on different trains of thought here, called Cosmic Skeptic, 21 years old, and he's interviewed, like, who is it, like, is it Richard Dawkins he's been on a podcast with, and people like that, pretty famous, renowned philosophers and thinkers like that. 21, studying at Oxford, he got hundreds of thousands of subscribers on his YouTube. Probably made me feel a bit inferior, but made me go, wow, I'd like to be that knowledgeable. I can't exactly say why, but yeah, it made me realise, I guess I'd like to understand more and learn more and follow my intellectual curiosity, like what actually piques my intellectual interest, rather than just force myself to read over about Thomas Aquinas and St. Anselm, because they don't interest me. So rather than just following that, what I feel I should be learning, actually follow what I genuinely have an intellectual interest in. So anyway, yeah, the ontological argument was like, existence is a predicate, so I don't understand what that means, which implies God. So for existence to exist, there must be some something about a supreme being. If we exist, then there must be something that always has existed, because we are subject to that existence, which is like the object, which I guess sounds a bit Platonic in the terms of like Plato's world of forms. Like there is the otherworldly, the Platonic existence, and we are just all instances of that existence. So then, if something has always existed, I wish that bird would. They're having a conversation. Right, Steve, did you see Corro last night? Yeah, Paul, I saw Corrie. Not Corro, Corrie or Corro. Anyway, that was a bad impersonation. It was terrible, Luke, what you like. So, yeah, and that thing that has always existed is God, and Kant was like, no, existence isn't a predicate, and that was kind of it, but there's a lot more to it than that, and a lot I don't understand. So I'd like to keep researching that, because that is genuinely interesting. I do find Kant quite interesting, just because I don't know much about him, and I know there's a lot to know about him, which has been influential in the course of Western thought. I'm going to shut up now and go home and play Age of Empires 2 and maybe watch some BoJack Horseman, because Elbel, you reminded me to continue watching that shit. And I'm also watching a series I started last night called like Great Thinkers of the Western World, 3-part BBC documentary. I watched Marx last night because yesterday I started getting interested in Marx, Marxist theory, and then there's Nietzsche and Freud. I think me and Nico are going to watch Crash tonight, which is a 90s film, Crash. And yeah, goodbye.